Hello to all my twister and decorator friends. My name is Perry, and today in this video I'm going to share with you how to fix or actually replace a Lagenda battery. This way you don't have to go around and buying a new Lagenda every couple of years. It's going to take you less than 15 minutes. It's actually very easy as long as you have the right tools, which I'll show you, and the right battery. That's actually the most important part, just finding the right battery, which I'll link in the description. It's going to cost you around about maybe $30–40. I found mine for less than $20 on Aliexpress, which I'm going to link in the video description. But it's actually very easy. Don't be afraid of it. As long as you take a picture when you open it up, please take a picture of the original parts. This way, if you have to refer back to it, you'll know where all the parts are. But I'm going to show you the first step is just opening up the pump. The tools you'll need is a few things. A very long screwdriver, right? Phillips head, and a pair of pliers. And then you're also going to need zip ties and a pair of scissors. And wire strippers or a lighter, which I'm going to show you the lighter method, a lighter. So let me show you, there's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first step is just getting a really long neck screwdriver to unscrew it first. So this is how the Lagenda looks like when it's open. Now mine's is a little bit different because what I did was there was some zip ties tying this tube, securing this tube onto the nozzle. What I did, just to show you how to do it, to take it off, is I just cut off the zip ties. But if you don't have zip ties, try to just move the zip ties a little bit. But what you want to do is just pull the tube off, this tube right over here, off of this nozzle. Don't mess with these, okay? Just, you want to pull this tube off right over here. And this is the battery compartment. Now what's going to happen is this battery right over here was the original battery. It's fit in there really tight. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to, don't remove this unless you want to. You can unscrew this and then remove these tubes, but you can always just move this, kind of like move this out of the way just a little bit. It's going to be a really snug fit to get this big battery out. Now the reason why I have mine, this is a really easy fit because my battery, the one that I bought, is a lot smaller, so I just put it in there. It's just a matter of preference. If you want to buy the bigger battery of this original size, you can, but just for me, it was a lot easier to just buy a smaller battery, so then it was easy for me to just put it inside without moving this. But basically, you just take the tube off, okay? That's step one. And then what you're going to do is you're going to look at just two wires, a red wire and a black wire coming out of the battery. So in this case, let me try to find it. It's just two wires, right? Here's where it is. It's coming out of the battery. That's the red wire. And it's connected to a black wire. And then the black wire is connected to 3 other wires. Actually 2 other black, see? All right, you don't have to cut anything. Do not cut anything. It's just connected here. And what you do is all you have to do, get a pair of pliers, and all you have to do is uncrimp this. So it's crimped right now. That's why it's staying, right? It's like a wire nut. So all you have to do is uncrimp this, careful with it. And what you see here is like this. That's actually all the black wires all together. That's 1, 2, and then here's the third one coming from the battery. All you have to do is you have to just, I took this apart just to show you. Let me knead it up, make it neat again. All you have to do is combine these wires, just twist them all together, like this, right? That's 2. Now this one's coming from the battery. So the 3 black wires are just twisted all together, just like this. And when you receive the new battery, the wires are not going to be exposed like this. To expose these wires, all you have to do is get a wire cutter, a wire stripper, and strip these wires. Or what I did was actually took a lighter and I lit up this black part and the red part until it was burning, and I slowly just peeled it away. So it only takes like 5 seconds for it to get hot, and you peel away this plastic part. So that's how I got the exposed wire. Now you twist them all together, just the 3 black wires all together. Now I'm not gonna expose, oh, mine came apart a little bit. So let me wrap that back together, like that. And then the red is just red to the black. So just follow the original wires, use the pliers, uncrimp this, and then twist the new battery wire onto here, okay? What I would suggest is taking the battery out, twisting these together, then putting the battery back in. If you order a smaller battery, then it's very easy. But if you order the battery of like the original size, you're gonna have to play around and jimmy with this. This is the hardest part, just getting this out without losing these connections right over here. You can take them apart, it's very easy if you want, but I prefer just not to. So after that, okay, this is the wire nut. Okay, now you squeeze it and then bend it just a little bit. So this way, all 3 wires are now held in securely. After that, the last part is just reconnecting this tube right over here. Now you'll notice there's actually one more tube inside. But what I found is that this inner tube, it doesn't have to go into the nozzle. I tested it, and what I found is as long as you put this back in here, the air is just going to go into the smaller tube anyway. So that's how I've done it. So just reconnect this, and then you take your zip ties and you just zip tie it back here and one down here, or maybe 3 just to be more secure. Or if you have one of these, buy one of these at the hardware store, and then instead of using the zip tie, use one of these from the hardware store and clamp this down. This way this will never come apart. Or you could use the zip ties, so just use a few, and then place everything back together, and you're up and running. And before I go, I just want to give you a quick note about the battery. The battery, it's called a 12-volt battery. What you're looking for is 3S2P 11.1V / 12.6V, and then this one is a 6060 milliamp. The one smaller one that I bought was 5000 milliamp, and I'm going to link both in the video description below. And the first time when I bought it, they actually sent me a battery without the wires being soldered on, so I actually had to solder it on, but I may have messed it up and created a spark, and I may have just messed up that battery. So that is a chance that you might encounter from ordering from Aliexpress, but hopefully yours comes with both of them soldered on. And the smaller one that I bought was, the total shipping to the US in California was $21.08. So you can either buy a new Lagenda for like $180 or $200 something, or just replace the battery for 20 bucks and you're good to go. One thing about Aliexpress is their pricing is kind of weird. When I looked into my desktop, the same battery from the same store was a different price, and then when I looked it on mobile, it was a different price. So the pricing, even though it's from the same store, same address, it's different. So whichever the cheapest one you find, I'll link it in the description, and hopefully you'll get that pricing, or maybe even cheaper than I got it for, like, what, 21 bucks essentially. So yeah, that's it. I hope this video was helpful. If it did, give it a like and share it with your friends. This way you can save some money and just have refurbish your Lagenda for years to come. Thanks for watching.